Hey guys, it's Adante here. Just posting another vlog. I'm going to do another sort of like commentary type video, this time with Rated Battlegrounds rather than Arena. Um, this hasn't been a good 2 weeks for me at all. Like I said in that one video, I made it to 1960, and I went into the next week really excited. I had a 3100 conquest cap and was able to get full malevolent, and like I said, I was really excited about that. I expected things to go pretty well. I expected to maybe try and make a 2.2k push, get tier 2. Well, the decline, like I mentioned the other day, I think I lost about 100 rating. Oh, I've almost lost 160 now. It's just, I can't find any activity on my server. Turns out a lot of this is coming from the fact that as much as people are complaining about how overpowered warriors are right now, nobody wants them in Rated Battlegrounds. Everybody wants Frost Death Knights, which, at least in the groups I've been in, Frost Death Knight and Arms Warrior seem to go pretty well together. I know range is, people tend to prefer ranged, but, usually those are the only two melee I'm seeing is me and Frost DKs, and then, we have a mage, a warlock, and a, Shadow Priest or Boomkin or whatever, and it seems to work out alright. It's just none of those groups, and I'm guessing this is why, but none of those groups I've been getting in have been able to get to the kind of rating I was at before. And I'm having to find myself leave groups a lot, or just going on losing streaks with other groups or whatever else. I don't know what I'm doing wrong exactly, but I don't know. I always seem to be up there on the charts and everything. It's just we just can't get any wins out, and it's really kind of disheartening. But I'm not gonna go change specs to be a Frost Death Knight or anything. I like the Warrior too much. It's just at this point I'm starting to feel like I should just give up and either try again next season or what. But I really don't want to go to that extreme. But I enjoy playing in PvP and stuff. It's really not fun to keep losing like this. So I don't know. I'm gonna work on it a little bit more, and we'll see what happens. But it's very discouraging to keep losing. I'm just kind of recorded this while I forgot my thing was on record, and I went around farming some rare mobs for no real reason at all. Actually, I just didn't want to queue into any more Rated Battlegrounds tonight, so I did this instead. But I got a good footage of at least one Rated Battleground that I did win tonight, where, to be fair, I mean, the other team was kind of low rated. So it was a pretty fair beating. We really just they were outmatched, no question about it. So it was kind of unfair for them, but it still made for a good video, I think, and it was kind of fun to play in. So I figured that's the one good thing that came out of the last couple days here. But yeah, I mean, just using Battle Masters and OQ and whatever I can, because on my server, like I said before, the activity is very minimal at best, and what activity there is for Rated Battlegrounds, it's all guild related, with guilds and stuff. And I've talked to a few trying to get invites to them and stuff, but it hasn't really worked out yet. So I mean, we'll see. But I think I'm trying to steal my rare mob over there. But anyway, so just hope you enjoy the following video. I'm gonna try and do a little bit of a commentary on it again. It's kind of long because I didn't really edit it out. I don't know. I might edit out the dead parts in it still, just because it is kind of long. And the other team, at one point, the other team just got really flustered, and they didn't really know what to do with us, so they just kind of ended up sitting at their lighthouse and waiting it out. But I'll do a commentary on that, and just let me know what you guys think. If these commentary videos are the kind of stuff that you want to watch, I'll definitely do more of them. I kind of enjoy doing it. It's fun to watch it after the fact. So yeah, so enjoy what's coming up. Thanks. Alright, so let's get started here on this Rated Battleground commentary. And excuse the offensive and racist jokes here at the beginning. I swear that wasn't me. I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So anyway, so this is Battle of Gilneas here, obviously. It's one of my favorite Battlegrounds. It has been since it came out. I just like it a lot because it's kind of like AB, but it goes by much faster. And it's a lot more intense, I think, just because of how quickly it goes by. So,
Fuck it.
in Gilles,
They're
you
not
kind of want to go,
going-
if you're
they're
on the
not
Horde side, you
going
want to go in the back way here, just because
Oh, that mage is my
the
guild.
other team is going to run in through the front, and they're going to send their mage right up to the front to try and drop a ring of frost in the water there to freeze everybody. This group didn't do that. Again, like I said before, they were kind of low rated, so you can't really blame them. I guess they probably just didn't have the communication there. We get in on the shaman here early. I end up popping cooldowns right off the bat trying to kill him because he was pretty weakly geared. Paladin bopped him and saved him, killing his Spirit Link totem there, but nobody really on his team got in the Spirit Link, so he didn't get much healing out of it anyway. It is what it is. So we're just going to sit on the shaman here because he has taken a ton of damage. So we're going to try and get him down fast. Safeguarding to clear that root. Getting back on the shaman. And getting CC left and right, which I will give them credit for doing that, but they did overlap a lot of them, which they shouldn't have. So back on the shaman here again. He's going to be a typical shaman and live through low damage. Pummel him here. And get the clutch execute off and kill him.
No.
Getting on the druid here. Just going to kind of sit the druid. My team is on another target, but I'm sitting the druid just to split damage around a little bit and make it really hard to keep up with. A warrior can put good pressure on a healer, especially like a druid 1v1. And that can help your team get some kills in the process because they can't heal themselves and the other guy at the same time. And you can almost always count on a healer healing themselves first and foremost, which even you can't blame them. I mean, it's a pretty stressful situation, and if you're gonna die, you're useless to your team. So you gotta heal yourself, keep yourself alive while you can, and throw off what heals you can to the other team. So Druid's the last one alive here. Now my team gets on him with me. He displaced to run away, but I wanted to stay on him just in case. Got on him here, stun him, and then kill him.
Whatever's off.
It's kind of a weak execute there, but did the job. Alright, so now getting on the monk here. The monk and that paladin are putting up some pressure on our healers, so I safeguarded the guy. The monk dies. I get frozen in place. What? Their damage broke it, so getting back on the Death Knight to kill him. And as you can see, my team is wiping up the rest of the guys as well.
Get on the other DK.
And Death Knight's dead. So we wiped him here at Waterworks. And now we're just going to mount up and do what's called floating in between Waterworks and mine. You do this so that you can quickly mobilize and go to whichever base they decide to attack. And they are yelling, you can hear my teammate trying to call out which base they're going to. The other team got really kind of flaky here, and they really didn't know where to go. So they started heading toward mine, but then instead of committing, they stopped and turned around and run back to Lighthouse and go to Waterworks. If you're gonna make a move, you kind of want to commit, because if you commit, even if you go in by yourself or just a couple and you're gonna wipe, you at least get the other team to send resources to that. But you really don't want to do that at the same time. Like, it's just like, it's better to kind of all attack one at once. If you split against a team that especially that outgears you, it's just not going to go well. But if you're already almost there, you might as well commit to it, because now if you just go back, it gives the other team way too much time to set up a defense on what you're doing. And that paladin, as you can see, he overextended into our group, got on him for the quick kill, and now the team attacking Waterworks was one short. The one good thing that came out of them flip-flopping like that is we weren't really sure which base they were attacking. So when we went back to defend Waterworks, some people had left mine, and they ended up taking the node here, just like that. But again, the shaman, I don't know if it's the shaman here or the other team that's screwing that up. I'm guessing it's just team members, but he keeps dropping Spirit Link and there's no one around, so he doesn't get anything out of it. So got a quick execute on him and an execute here on the Shadow Priest. Get 2 free kills.
Try and cap when you can.
So my team, like I said, they kind of underestimated what they were doing there, and they're needing our help a little bit at mine to try and wipe them again. We already took care of our guys at Waterworks. Leave a guy there to defend it. Usually a pet class, just because if you get CC'd, your pet at least can bite the guy trying to cap the flag. So we get here at mine. I'm going to get right on the monk right away, trying to kind of take the pressure off of our healers there. The monks, he was a little bit of squishy, but he was taking kind of a lot of damage. He wasn't really taking a lot of damage. He was getting healed through it very easily. So I got back on the druid. Staying on the druid just because at this point I wasn't thinking that he had tree form or anything, and I figured I could just get a quick kill. Looks like I was right. Got a quick kill on him. This shaman, the paladin over here got feared, so he's running away, just trying to Get on him. I stunned him.
Okay.
Hit him up a bit. He
there
blinds
is
me here.
I want a waterworks.
Just trinket that.
It
I shouldn't
is,
have because it was already a short duration, but
Holy Paladin.
I just wanted kills at this
Holy
point. You
Paladin.
kind of already knew where they were at. So get back on the shaman. The paladin
Holy
bubbled.
Paladin.
I got
Someone
incapacitated.
dispel this repentance, please.
Got it.
Had to wait
Yeah,
out
we're
the
good.
repentance,
Okay.
and I'm gonna
We
get back
have-
on the
we
paladin
have
here
two.
because his bubble's gone.
Alright.
So now I know he doesn't have any cooldowns. He can't pop himself, etc. So I'm gonna get on him. They break the
Kills
fear
the
through
red
damage.
Kill that shaman.
Get back on the paladin. Quick
can I
execute
kill
instead.
Anyone else is dead.
So now we're back on the warlock.
Dead.
Quick execute, kill him, and now we get back on the death knight.
Okay.
Trying to
And
get
again, we wiped their group over here
We're
again.
gonna have waterworks. There's
You know,
three
it was
support
relative
waterworks,
ease.
support waterworks,
I think in
support
this
waterworks.
battleground we ended up having 2
We just
deaths
wiped
total.
them
So
over
I mean, like I said, the team was outmatched. There's no doubt about that. But
Oh, God,
it made for a
okay.
fun video, I think.
There's no stain. He's the
Um,
only one.
And
Redrive live.
our team pulled off some pretty impressive damage that was just kind of fun to watch, at least in my opinion. I mean, if you guys don't agree, you know, just let me know, and I'll keep that in mind in the future. I would have liked to have gotten some sort of high-rated match where, you know, we were evenly matched against the other team, but fortunately that just does not happen. Like, every high-rated match I've been in so far this week just was very heavily one-sided the other direction. So Paladin pop bubble again. I'm not really sure how he had a second bubble.
Okay.
So I'm going to switch targets here, get to the monk,
We got a healer here.
put out some damage on him, pop Avatar. Paladin's bubble is gone again, so I'm back on him. Blowing cooldowns and everything.
Come on, come on.
Get a quick execute on him, and
I'm
he's
happy
gone.
I can't, AoE
So now I'm going to get back on the druid here.
AoE.
Just
Yeah,
keep some
Keep it.
heals off of other people. Trying to stun him and that Shadow
Alright.
Priest. So the Shadow
Got
Priest
this.
is not going to be able to put damage out on the other guy.
Start.
Kill that.
I probably should have got off the guy as soon as I saw that ice block, but
Not the rotate action.
I figured I could kill him and
Not the rotate
didn't realize he had symbiosis ice block. So now I'm going to go back to the priest, try and run away, make him think that I forgot about him, and he stunts. So now I miss out on the kill. But lucky me, Druid runs right into me, and I get to see him, charge back onto him, and just stun him again and get a quick easy kill. So now their healer's out for however long until their res. 150k. Look at that execute. That execute. Alright, so now we're back here at Waterworks. We wiped him again. I'm just going to float again in between the middle. You just watch the 2 bases. And at this point, the other team really didn't know what they were doing. They got very... you could kind of, like, feel you could see the defeat in their eyes. They just... You know, they didn't know what to do, so they end up just running around in circles over at Lighthouse. But you don't want to, like, overextend yourself too much, you know, because a lot of times here what you're thinking is, oh, let's go take Lighthouse and 3-cap them, which we probably could have done. But in rated battlegrounds, that's not really the time to try out crazy stuff like that. I mean, if you're in the lead and you've got a comfortable win, you know, like cushion,
They don't really know what to do.
just hold it.
They're just kind of standing at Lighthouse around circles. So
You know, I mean, unless it's a guaranteed thing, like, you know, if you've got 3 of them that left and you're 10 versus 7, you know, go ahead and have fun and take it. But in this kind of situation, like, you never know if overextending your team like that and taking that base could end up biting you in the ass and you end up losing a ton of rating by, you know, losing to a team that was much lower rated than yours. So at this point, you know, they all res. It looks like they were trying to buff themselves, you know, resummon their pets, get themselves situated. And I think they were what they're probably trying to do is figure out who they're all going to get on, because their target calling was really kind of minimal at best. So that's what I thought they were doing. Turns out they were actually splitting DPS, which didn't really work out very well in their favor. Splitting DPS can work, but it only works if your DPS are kind of tanky against the other team. You know, if they can go in and survive for a good while and put up some pressure on a team. That wasn't really the case here, so it probably wasn't the best idea, but again, they probably got desperate, didn't know what else to do. Trying to kill a paladin here, keep running out of rage. And then charge back in to get some rage, get a quick execute, he's dead.
Got him.
There we go.
Get on the warlock here,
They're dead.
and kill him as well.
Alright. We're good.
And then here's the mage.
We're gonna watch
And the other thing too is if you are going to split damage, make sure you go in as a unit. Don't trickle in one by one like they just did. You know, we had the one healer coming by himself. That's always a big no-no. If you're a healer, don't run in by yourself. You're just going to get focused, and then, you know, if the other team has good DPS, you're just going to die. I mean, they're not going to get off of you. And then as a DPS,
If you guys want to get on
you
something
know, make sure you're with your healer. Don't let them do that. You need to go in there with them and get people off of them. So we're getting back here on the shaman. because he's the squishiest of the healers. He doesn't have a bubble or anything like that. So just pummel him and kill him right here. Getting on the druid again, because this guy likes popping that tree form. He seems to have like a million tree forms this battleground. I don't know. Do they have like a 30-second cooldown on that now or something? I don't know, but get a quick stun. And I tried to shatter it here, but there was already casters on him, so they killed him, and there was really no point in me shattering it. I'm going to get on the monk here again, try and kill him, take him out of the fight, and that saves a lot of damage from the healers. 120k execute. Getting on the paladin here. Somebody got him. And then getting on the shadow priest. And now we just wipe them all again.
Waterworks is good. Waterworks is good.
So mine and Waterworks is both fine. At this point, the other team, they're not giving up per se, but they tried another last desperate attempt here, and they tried to kind of bait us away from the flag. A lot of times that can work if you know the other team's getting a little bit over cocky. What you can do is you can bait them like this, and if you've got a stubborn, overeager DPS like myself, you might have the guy chase you, and if he leaves the node, and if others follow suit, that leaves the node for somebody like a druid or a rogue to stealth in and capture it. Here I am checking the scoreboard because the warlock and me were neck and neck the entire battleground, so I was trying to see where I line up against him. And here I thought the warlock had overextended himself. I was going to try and go in for a quick kill. Underestimated what he was doing.
Only a couple of them though. Some were going mod. They're not.
The paladin bopped that, which was probably a little preemptive, but it did save his warlock.
Fighting on the roads.
So, as you can see, the other guy's making fun of us for fighting on the roads, which we shouldn't have been doing, but, it's fun. So now I got feared, and I had no way to break that. You can hear me say it was a miscalculation. I shouldn't have chased that guy. So, at this point, we decided, we need to get off the road. I got life swapped by a priest, and then hexed. I'm glad their team didn't notice that. A much higher rated team would have noticed that immediately, and immediately switched to me and killed me. So now the healers are saving me here, which was some very clutch heals. Went into berserker stance trying to go into defensive. That was cute. I got stunned, had no way to break it. Still trying to get away.
Just get away from middle.
Fearing that paladin.
Using the paladin to kind of charge in and get some ground. And I'm going to use the warlock charging on him. And they're still going pretty hard on me with damage and everything else, so they're still taking a bunch of damage. I got rooted again, got away, and fell to 3%, and a monk saves me with life cocoon. That was really clutch on his part, and that was the closest I'll come to dying in this battle. Monks out there, if you're actually if you're a good monk and you know what you're doing, total respect to you, because man, you guys pull off some crazy shit sometimes. So I got cooldowns. I blew all my cooldowns. I figured I'm gonna go hard on this paladin. Pummeled him, hitting him pretty good here. Got feared. Break that fear with berserk and rage. Get back on the paladin and try to kill him. Yep, there we go. Execute. He's done.
Fucking love that execute.
Getting back on target on the shadow priest here, but decided to go with the death knight instead.
This DK is gonna go down.
He's killing the death knight pretty easily.
Good night.
He drops. Switch to the other Death Knight. I didn't realize at the time that this Death Knight was a tank, so you're gonna watch some pretty stupid stuff going on here. I'm not really sure why their tank was up with us, but it was probably a last desperate attempt. They didn't really have the luxury of staying and defending their own base at this point. So I'm assuming that's why he was here. But a lot of times you'll see the tank is defending the one base you have or whatever. And as you can see, my very futile attempts to try and kill him. I should have been switching off to another target. And now my teammates are laughing at me for trying to kill the tank. But hey, he did die. He did die eventually.
Almost dead multiple times. I'm like, why the hell won't this guy go down? And I looked at his health. I'm like, oh, well, that makes sense.
And get a nice little quick blast kill here on the warlock. Jump to the top of the scoreboard and game ends. So, like I said, it was kind of a fun battleground to play in. Definitely a fun one to watch after the fact. Pulled off some sick damage and some sick killing blows. So, hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Hopefully I can pull off some higher rated commentaries later in the future. See you next time. Thanks again.